Hey guys, I thought I'd come to you because I haven't put out a video in a couple of days, and there has been a very significant reason. Um, I have unfortunately lost my son on Friday, and it was quite sudden and quite tragic. And so I've been kind of dealing with going through the grieving process, and kind of waiting for the funeral plans to flesh out and all of that. I'm planning to travel because he lived back home in Kentucky, and I'm here in Columbus, Ohio. So, yeah, so I've limited myself to a very small wallowing period. Um, not necessarily the grieving period, but a very small wallowing, stay in bed kind of period. So the best thing I know to do is to get up and get going again. And I missed you guys too. So I have been thinking a lot about you, and I thought I would just make a video tonight and get it uploaded, and try to get things back to normal as much as possible, as much as they will ever be normal again. So I thought I'd show you. I haven't done any shopping whatsoever. I still have this very large death pile that I'm hoping to hire a couple people tomorrow for a few hours to get me through that. So I thought I'd show you what sold over the last couple of days, and I thought we could talk about what to do when you're faced with an emergency like this regarding your eBay store, your eBay selling and all of that. So we'll talk about that briefly at the end, but let's jump right in. So if you guys remember these are those Mellow Smello Scratch and Sniff sticker packets that I bought for 29 cents each. I had been selling them for $11.99 with free shipping, but I revamped the listing and did $11.59 plus shipping just to see what would happen, just to see if they would sell. And I sold 6 packs over the weekend to the same person, and so it was like $69 or something. I don't do math. But yeah, so I guess I could just look at the screen and that does math for me. $69.54, plus they paid about $15 for shipping. These will not take $15 to ship. I am probably going to refund this buyer about $10 on these, so because I just don't think that's fair to pay $15 to ship this. But she did not ask for combined shipping or anything. She just bought it right out. So yeah, I probably will refund that. I bought this a couple of weeks ago. It's Pottery Barn Kids for $3 or $4. I think it was just $3. And this is a lamb mobile for baby's room. And it's basically new in box, included all of the pieces. It's tested and it works. And I sold this for, drum roll please, $34.99 plus shipping for a total of $43.69. This rooster, how cute is that? I bought it for $4, and it had some damage to one of the wattles, I think they're what they're called, and down here, and it actually still a little damaged, but I repaired it with a little glue, and I sold this. I always do well with these types of lamps, but I sold this for $19.99 plus shipping for a total of $30.94, and I'll have to be really, really careful to make sure that I don't break this when I wrap it. But yeah, that is not 100%. I'm gonna put some more glue on that. Let's see what else. I sold another part to that Breville juicer that I paid like $6 for. This is the pulp container, and I sold this for $18.99 plus shipping for a total of $27.64. I'm really getting into these replacement parts because I'm finding that you can make quite a bit of money on them. So um, this is a replacement part for a Thane Flavor Wave Deluxe oven. This is the plastic dome, and this is not in all of that good condition. You can see that's got quite a bit of wear, but I did disclose that. I bought this oven for $7. I know it was less than $10, and I have a lot of parts that I'm selling. I sold this piece for $19.99 plus shipping for a total of $29.49. I paid $1 for these Electrolux. These are vintage vacuum cleaner parts. So there's like the upholstery brush kind of thing, and this little crevice device. There's a whole bunch of them. Paid $1 for this. I sold them for $39.99 plus shipping for a total of $47.19. And my sales are still, I'm not, like, I haven't had a ton of sales, but I have sold a few things, even though I haven't listed since Thursday. I think was the last time I listed anything. This is actually a valet chair. Now, it is taken apart because I knew it would ship a little easier. So I did take it apart. I took the seat off and the legs off, and then there were 2 bolts that held the back on. And I did disclose that in the listing, that it would be sold disassembled, because it's really 2 bolts. They are easy to put back together. So you know, I hope that the person that bought it read the description, and I hope I don't get a return request on this. I sold that. I've had this for quite some time. I paid $6.99 for it. I have had it for quite a while, probably six to 9 months, I'm guessing. It sat around for a long time, but I just knew there was some money there. It's from 1970. I sold it for $69.50 plus shipping for a total of $89.23. And it's funny, I've got a message from the buyer on this. It always makes me nervous when I get a message from the buyer. Oh, thank you. I've been looking for this chair. So hopefully this will go off without a hitch. But that's the only thing that really concerns me, is whether or not they looked at the description. Because if you're looking on the mobile device, you do have to click on another field to go look at the description, and it's kind of hidden. It's something that you could overlook really easily as you're scrolling up. So anyway, just wanted to point that out. And then the last thing that I sold, I don't have with me, but it is another one of those digital to analog converter boxes that I got from the bins. I sold it for $21.99 because they're completely untested. So I did get those squared away. So I'm going to get all this stuff packaged up, and then tomorrow I'm going to try and focus, if I can, and knock out as much of this death pile as possible. And I really think that if I have some help here, it'll keep my brain busy, which is what I've been trying to do. And also, those extra hands will really get through the work. So that's what I'm kind of really trying to focus and get all this stuff listed before I have to travel. So what do you do when you're in a situation where you have an emergency, you just, blindside you, which is what emergencies do, and you're running an eBay business that demands your attention? There are shipping deadlines that you need to make, etc. So a couple of things that you can do to help protect yourself. One, and these apply if you have a store. So I almost recommend that if you are selling more than a couple of hundred items, if you are listing more than a couple of hundred items a month, it might behoove you to get a store, just for a couple of reasons. You get shipping supplies free. think it's $25 a quarter. You get Markdown Manager, which allows you to run sales, and you get the ability to put your store on vacation. So that's the first thing I would recommend to you. Go in and put your store on vacation. That way, when a buyer is looking at your listing, they will see a message highlighted at the top that says this buyer's away, or this seller's away from this date to this date. You know, so anything that you buy won't be shipped until, etc. However, that doesn't necessarily release you of, it doesn't always release you of the shipping responsibility if someone buys an item, which doesn't seem fair, but it's kind of a glitchy eBay system, I think. The other thing that you can do in conjunction with putting your store on vacation, to protect yourself, is to go into your listings and change your handling times. And I think, I want to say the latest, that like the longest date is maybe like 30 days. It's something ridiculous. Maybe it's 2 weeks. But you can stretch out your handling time, your shipping handling time, so that you've got all of those days to ship. So that will help. The other thing that you can do, and you can do that, by the way, using the bulk listing tool, where you can revise items. And even if you have 1,000 items, it won't take you very long, because you can do, I think, a couple hundred at a time, maybe, through the bulk listing tool. And you can just change the handling times, and that's all you'll need to do. So that and putting your store on vacation will help protect you. But what about those emergencies where I've got to leave right now and I've got stuff that needs to be shipped tomorrow? The best thing I can tell you in that situation is, hopefully you're not in a position where a late shipping transaction is going to ding you and send you into below standard or make you lose your top rated seller status. But the next thing that you can do is contact the buyer for those particular items. If you've got a couple, just contact the buyer, let them know that you do have an emergency situation, give them an expected date of ship, and give them the opportunity or the option to cancel the order if they'd like to. That way, if they say, yeah, I'd just rather cancel, you won't get the ding for the item being defective or out of stock. It will be, you can choose, the buyer wanted to cancel the item, so you won't get dinged for that. But that's what I recommend that you do in that situation. Also, worst case scenario for me, I probably could get somebody to ship for me. It would take a little logistical, workaround, but I probably could get that done. Or, I may just wait an hour or two that it would take me to get everything ready to ship, and then have one of my friends come and take it to the post office for me the next day or whatever. There are ways to work it out. But those are the things that I recommend to try and protect yourself. Always keep your buyer informed, to let them know what's going on. And, just to protect yourself. And because you don't want your brain to be consumed with what's going on with eBay while you're trying to deal with some other kind of emergency, which is stressful, and you don't sleep and all of that stuff. So that being said, I did want to say congratulations to the winner of the $50 gift card, Amazon gift card, as we were celebrating the 100 subscribers. And I think that her name is Renee Larson Thompson, I think. Can't remember right off the bat. But congratulations to you. It'll take me a couple of days probably to get that mailed out, since I've got some other things going on. Just be patient, but I will get it to you. And as always, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate sharing my day with you. And this is, my human interaction, even though it is a one-sided conversation and I am talking to a device. Yes. But I do appreciate you being here. I hope that you get something out of these meetings or out of these videos. And remember that the dream works when you do. So keep dreaming and keep working, and I'll see you the next time.